Hey, good evening, everyone. Gonna be playing pop culture trivia. So, welcome to the live stream. My name is Amy of AJC Magic TV, and we'll just do some pop culture trivia for fun. I hope you all come in and join and enjoy. Hello, Texas Take. Hello, just another Disney nerd. Just getting set up. We're going to do some pop culture trivia tonight. See if anybody else comes in. Hello, Stacy Rogers. Thank you for joining. We'll get started here in a few moments to see if other people come in. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. That would be much appreciated. Gonna do some quick pop culture trivia. Thank you, Texas Takes. We'll go ahead and get started. I don't know if anybody else will come in. But it is different pop culture questions. Just test your knowledge. It'll be all for fun. But here we go. What actress did author Kitty Kelly dub the last star in her unauthorized biography? What actress did Kitty Kelly dub the last star in her unauthorized biography? Not Judy Garland. This person seemed to live on forever. Not Meryl Streep. And I believe she had a lot of husbands also. Not Betty White, but that's a good guess also. Sorry about that, Texas Takes. And Stacy Rogers got it with Elizabeth Taylor. You never know, Texas Takes. There might be some other stuff. Because I know everybody's heard all the different Disney news of the price hikes on tickets and annual passes and stuff like that. Whether or not it affects you or not, I'm sure some people who have been saving, it might affect it. I don't think it's going to stop me from going to Disney and everything like that. Hello, Baxter. Next question. We'll go on to the next question. In what TV series did Bob Ross teach viewers how to paint landscapes? In what TV series did Bob Ross teach viewers how to paint landscapes? Oh, you're not, well, that's up to you. That's fine saying hello or whatever, but thank you. The title, it is kind of an older show. I know in my area it was on WQED, which was a public television show, and it is 4 words. And the first, I can give you the first 2, but it was The Joy of. Happy Trees with Bob Ross. Yeah, pretty close there. The Joy of blank. Oh, man. My day is complete. Hello, Monarch Moments. Thank you. Actually, it's The Joy of Painting. The Joy of Painting was Bob Ross's show. Stacy got it after I said it, so I don't know if it came up before I said it or not, so I will hold off right now on the points. The next question. What pop star appeared in a Pepsi commercial with Senator Bob Dole? What pop star in a Pepsi commercial with Senator Bob Dole? Okay, Stacy, I'll give you the point. That's a good guess, but it was not Madonna. And Stacy Rogers got it with Britney Spears. One of these nights I'm going to do 80s trivia night. I don't know how many people know about the 80s, but I do have 80s trivia. Here we go. The next question. Who was married to both Michael Jackson and Nicolas Cage? Yeah, I pretty much was a teenager too, going into my college years at the end of the 80s. Who was married to both Michael Jackson and Nicolas Cage? And Stacy Rogers got it again with Lisa Marie Presley. Lisa Marie Presley. What breakfast cereal's mascot was born on Crunch Island in the Sea of Milk? What breakfast cereal's mascot was born on Crunch Island in the Sea of Milk? I'm waking up Jeff so I can beat him at least. Well, at least you'll beat him before, since he's sleeping, he won't have any points. And just another Disney got it with Captain Crunch. Captain Crunch, just another Disney. What TV series revolves around advertising executive Don Draper? What TV series revolves around advertising executive Don Draper? Not The Office, not Dallas. The Office is a good guess, but it's not The Office, and it's not Dallas. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I know the title and I've heard of it, but I couldn't tell you much about it. Not Cheers. It's fairly, I don't know how new, but it's after like Cheers, probably when The Office kind of started coming around. I'll give a few more guesses here. What TV series revolves around advertising executive Don Draper? Not Suits. And you're going too far back for Mary Tyler Moore. They were actually a news television show. But not Suits. What TV series revolves around advertising executive Don Draper? Nah, not Orange County. I'm going to go ahead and give the answer. It was Mad Men. Mad Men. Yeah, I'm not sure how old this was, but I know it wasn't as old as in the categories of when, like the Cosby Show, and I think it was after it, but I remember a title Mad Men. Oh no, this is pop culture. I'm sorry. This is pop culture. I'm going to do an 80s trivia night. I have all different cards for that. This is pop culture. Oh, okay. Yeah, I could understand. What was the first Katy Perry song to reach top spot on the Billboard Hot 100? What was the first Katy Perry song to reach top spot on the Billboard Hot 100? And actually, Stacey Rogers got it because it's I Kissed a Girl. You missed the I, Frankie. But Stacey Rogers got it. Oh, okay, Garrett. Yeah, I can understand that because I was talking about the 80s and that. But no, this is pop culture, so it could be older stuff, but it could also be newer stuff. What Russian tennis star failed a drug test at the Australian Open in 2016? What Russian tennis star failed a drug test at the Australian Open in 2016? That was MySpace song. Oh, okay. Not Martina Navratilova, no. But you're on the foreign names. Okay. I'll give Garrett a couple more minutes here and see if he comes up with it. Yeah, I don't know if I would have guessed this if I didn't see the answer here. No, that's cheating, Garrett. I'll go ahead and give the answer since there's only a few of you playing. But it was Maria Sharapova. Maria Sharapova was the tennis player. Yeah, probably you'd be Instagramming me or private messaging me. Yeah. Although whenever it comes to some of those tennis and golf player names, their names all sound the same in the sense. Okay, here we go. Next question. What car was James Dean driving when he was killed? What type of car was James Dean driving when he was killed? Not a Corvette. Not a Mustang. Yeah, I would have thought one of those, but it wasn't a Mustang and it wasn't a Corvette. Wasn't a Stingray. And it wasn't a Ferrari. Oh, just another Disney. You're close. And just another Disney got it with a Porsche. Just another Disney got it with a Porsche. You were coming in close there, Garrett. But she hurried up and corrected it. Everybody's having trouble with the auto correction or their typing. Here we go. Next question. What are the names of Blondie and Dagwood Bumstead's two children? What are the names of Blondie and Dagwood Bumstead's two children? I will give you a clue for one of the names. It's a food item. Monarch moments. Wasn't Bazooka Joe, but I know that he was in the cartoons around the Blondie area. One was one was like a food product name or a food item name. And I'm guessing it was a boy and a girl. Not Little Debbie. Okay, I'm going to have to give the answer then. But Alexander and Cookie. Alexander and Cookie were the names. We'll go on to the next question. What line from Gone with the Wind was named the most famous movie line of all time by the AFI? What line from Gone with the Wind was named the most famous movie line of all time by the American film industry? You were kind of close, yeah. If nobody comes up with the actual correct, because you got most of it correct, Monarch Moments, but you need to change part of it. Okay, Stacy. Otherwise, I'll probably end up giving it to you because you're as close to it as anybody. Doesn't use their name. And Keystone, you and Garrett are close, but you need to change one of your words. And Monarch Moments got it with frankly, dear, I don't give a damn. But Garrett got it. So Monarch Moments. Well, these ones are kind of tough tonight. Might have to resort to a different set of questions here. Who lives at 10 Downing Street? Who lives at 10 Downing Street? I guess people don't know their history, or this is a British person that lives at 10 Downing Street, so you know that. That one person from that one movie. I will say it's a British person that lives at 10 Downing Street. Not the Queen and not Ringo. But it is somebody important to the British government. Prince Harry, no. He lives in Canada now. And Monarch Moments got it with the Prime Minister. Monarch Moments got it with the Prime Minister. And actually, I did get to walk by 10 Downing Street, and it's very well guarded and gated and everything like that when I went to London. The other one I would have thought of was Sherlock Holmes, but I forget where he lives in England. But Sherlock Holmes they have an address where Sherlock Holmes supposedly lived. Okay, here we go. Next question. What powdered drink did NASA make famous after it was sent into space? What powdered drink did NASA make famous after it was sent into space? And Monarch Moments got it with Tang. Monarch Moments got it with Tang. I used to drink Tang as a kid. That was kind of an interesting orangish flavor drink. As a kid, you didn't realize it, but then later on I had found it, and it just didn't taste good to me after that. Okay, you've only been to Canada, Mexico, and Bahamas. That's not bad there. I've never been to Mexico, but I've been to Bahamas and Canada. And you know that parts of Canada is owned by the English, and then part of it is French-Canadian. Oh, that's great, Monarch Moments. That doesn't seem like that would be good then. What fellow actor did Mila Kunis marry in 2015? What fellow actor did Mila Kunis marry in 2015? And just another Disney got it with Ashton Kutcher. That was Ashton Kutcher. What singer was known as the Lizard King? What singer was known as the Lizard King? And Keystone 76 got it with Jim Morrison. You know your musicians and music, Jim Morrison. Now this, I don't know if anybody's ever seen this movie. Mark Anthony. Hello, Josh NC78. In the film Pulp Fiction, what does hitman Vincent Vega claim a quarter pounder is called in France? In the film Pulp Fiction, what does hitman Vincent Vega claim a quarter pounder is called in France? And the Orlando guy got it with the Royale with cheese. The Orlando guy got it. And he actually spelled everything correctly. But a Royale with cheese. Good job. Okay, next question. What Helen Fielding novel chronicles a year in the life of a 30-something single woman from London? What Helen Fielding novel chronicles a year in the life of a 30-something single woman from London? Not Charlotte Bronte, not Catcher in the Rye, not The Devil Wears Prada. It actually stars, I believe, Renee Zellweger. It was kind of a big hit back whenever it came out in the movie theater. And I believe Renee Zellweger played the main character. Not Taming of the Shrew. And the Orlando guy got it with Bridget Jones's Diary. Bridget Jones's Diary. The Orlando guy got it. Good job. Here we go. Next question. What fast food chain You're stuck in the past, yes. Let's see if you know this one. What fast food chain opened its first location in 1965 in Bridgeport, Connecticut? What fast food chain opened its first location in 1965 in Bridgeport, Connecticut? And it's not McDonald's, not Chili's, not White Castle, and not KFC. Not Wendy's. Not Wendy's. Yes, fast food restaurant. I'm surprised they've been there that long because in my area they came later. Not Arby's, not Burger King, not Jack in the Box, and not Big Boys. Because I always thought these might have came out in the 80s, at least in my area. And the Orlando guy got it with Subway. Subway was the restaurant. Was the fast food chain, Subway. I should have put in so-called healthy fast food chain. Because in those days, that's what they kind of touted it with. What kind of guitar did Jimi Hendrix light on fire? What kind of guitar did Jimi Hendrix light on fire? Yes, please don't use Google if you are. You got part of the answer, Orlando guy. And the Orlando guy got it with Fender Stratocaster. The Orlando guy got it with the Fender Stratocaster. Yeah, it's the Fender Stratocaster. Who becomes Sheldon Cooper's girlfriend in season 5 of The Big Bang Theory? Who becomes Sheldon Cooper's girlfriend in season 5 of The Big Bang Theory? And I'm guessing, and Monarch Moments got the answer. If you can come up with the full answer, you'll get 2 points. And Mike Wheeler got the full answer, so he gets 2 points. He's misspelled Farrah, Keystone 76. So Mike Wheeler got the 2 points for getting the full answer. Monarch Moments gets 1 point for the fast answer. Welcome in, Mike. Next question. Who was the first African American to serve as chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the highest rank in the U.S. Armed Forces? And the Orlando guy got it with Colin Powell. So Orlando guy got it first with Colin Powell. So I'll give you a points update. Stacy Rogers has 5 points, so she comes back. Just Another Disnerd has 3 points. Monarch Moments has 4 points. Keystone 76, 1 point. Orlando guy has 5 points. And Mike Wheeler, 2 points. What product was pitched during the 1990s by 3 frogs named Wise, and Bud? And the Orlando guy got it first with Budweiser. Okay, thank you, Mike. But Orlando guy got it first with Budweiser. Yes, I can slightly remember that one. What did... Have a good night, Mike, and hopefully everything goes well for you in the morning. What did John Grisham do for a living before he started writing novels? What did John Grisham do for a living before he started writing novels? Good night, Mike. He wasn't a spy. Wasn't FBI. You have to remember what his books were about, though. Wasn't CIA. Wasn't a police officer. Hello, Doreen's Everyday Life. And Josh, not a CIA agent. A lot of his books were based on what type of occupation. An Orlando guy got it first with a lawyer. Orlando guy got it first with a lawyer. Next question. Who worked for the Slate, Rock, and Gravel Company? Who worked for the Slate, Rock, and Gravel Company? And Orlando guy got it first with Fred Flintstone. Fred Flintstone. Now, Richard's pretty good at it. It's whoever gets the correct answer first gets the point. And I did say you're not supposed to be Googling it, but I know that Richard knows a lot of different trivia. Hello, Tina McNeil. Thank you very much. Okay, Tina. Thank you. Every team in Major League Baseball has retired the number 42 in whose honor? Every team in Major League Baseball has retired the number 42 in whose honor? Okay, Tina, thank you. Have a good night and have a good rest of your week. And just another Disney got it with Jackie Robinson. Just another Disney got it first with Jackie Robinson. Hello, Stacy. Welcome back. Okay, here we go. Next question. What Diet Cola drink did Coca-Cola introduce in 1963? What Diet Cola drink did Coca-Cola introduce in 1963? And Keystone 76 got it with Tab. Tab was the name. Keystone 76 got it first. Who was the first man to walk on the moon? Who was the first man to walk on the moon? Orlando guy gets 1 point for Armstrong, and Neil Armstrong goes to Stacy Rogers for 2 points. So So the Orlando guy got 1 point for Armstrong, and Stacy Rogers gets 2 points for the full name. Okay. Let's see if anybody knows the answer to this one. Gonzo journalist Hunter S. Thompson spent a year living and riding with what motorcycle gang to conduct research for a book? And Stacy Rogers got it first with Hell's Angels. Stacy Rogers. Who was Perry Mason's secretary? Who was Perry Mason's secretary? Wasn't Gladys, wasn't Friday, wasn't Wilhelmina, was not Monica Lewinsky, wasn't Rapunzel. Now we're getting funny here. I'll go ahead and give the name unless somebody comes in here in the next few moments. But it was Della Street. Della Street. I wasn't sure if Monarch Moments was still in here because he knew some of the older stuff. Well, let's see if anybody knows anything about Elvis. Who was Elvis Presley's manager? Who was Elvis Presley's manager? Was it Tex? He was some type of military person. Okay, I'm going to give the countdown here. Well, he was a colonel. Who was Elvis Presley's manager? And he was a colonel. That was part of his name. Okay, I'm going to have to end it. But not Colonel Sanders. And I'll give Stacy a half a point. But Colonel Tom Parker. Colonel Tom Parker. I didn't know if anybody was keen on Elvis, sir. Okay, here we go. Next question. What electronic toy that featured its own language was the must-have toy of 1999? That's interesting. What electronic toy that featured its own language was the must-have toy of 1999. And Stacy Rogers got it with a Furby. Stacy Rogers got it with a Furby. Teddy Ruxpin. Speaking spells a good thing. Yeah, I'm surprised. 1999, the Furbies. That's interesting, because I thought it was earlier. But, because I actually did go buy a Furby, and I actually have a Gremlin Furby. That's never been taken out of the box. Yes, I heard that, Stacy Rogers, you could. Now here is the update on points. Stacy Rogers has 9 points. The Orlando guy has 9 points. Just Another Disnerd has 4 points. Garrett Monarch Moments has 5 points. Keystone 76, 2 points. And Mike Wheeler, oh, his is gone. Keystone 76 has 3 points. I took the batteries out of my Furby because it was so annoying, yes. I remember the Tamagotchi little keychain things. It was like a little chicken thing inside of a plastic egg or whatever. Yeah, 9.5 points. The Rainbow Bright Lurkey. No, I did not know about them. Okay, here we go. What soap opera takes place in Genoa City? What soap opera takes place in Genoa City? Genoa City. And I know it's been a long time, soap opera. And Stacy Rogers got it with Young and the Restless. Stacy Rogers got it first with Young and the Restless. That's a good guess, though, Keystone 76, the Falcon Crest. The Californians. Okay. This one's kind of not a family-friendly question, but we're going to go ahead and see if anybody guesses it. That's a fun thing. What curious gift was included in Alice Cooper's album School's Out? What curious gift was included in Alice Cooper's album School's Out? No, not a snake. No, Stacy. Not rolling papers. And they had to stop it because they discovered they were flammable. Not a hall pass. It is a piece of clothing, though. And Stacy Rogers got it first with the underwear. But then they stopped it because they found out they were flammable. Probably a good way to sell albums back then, I guess. What car did Starsky and Hutch drive? What car did Starsky and Hutch drive? Not a GMC Gremlin. Red with a white stripe. Unfortunately, that's not the correct answer. Was not a Camaro. Not a Mustang. But you're on the right brand of a Ford. And Daniel D's got it with Ford Torino. Daniel D's got it with a Ford Torino. What record company was started by the Beatles? Yeah, it was a Ford Grand Torino, Stacy. Did you say that? Maybe I missed you saying it. But it was a Ford Grand Torino, but they were the closest. Unless you were going to come up with it, Stacy. But the Orlando guy got the next question of Apple Records. But yes, it was a Ford Grand Torino. Oh, okay. What revolutionary became the leader of Cuba in 1959? What revolutionary became the leader of Cuba in 1959? And Keystone 76 got it with Fidel Castro. Fidel Castro, Keystone 76 got it first. Okay, here we go. What superhero is known as the Cape Crusader? What superhero is known as the Cape Crusader? And Keystone 76 got it with Batman. Keystone 76 got it with Batman. Hello, Blandine. Thank you for joining. He's coming up fast here. Okay. Who caused controversy when he claimed that the Beatles were more popular than Jesus Christ? Who caused controversy when he claimed that the Beatles were more popular than Jesus Christ? And the Orlando guy got it with John Lennon. John Lennon. Well, I don't know if anybody watches this show, but in 2015, who replaced Jon Stewart as the host of The Daily Show on the Comedy Network? In 2015, who replaced Jon Stewart as host of The Daily Show on the Comedy Network? Not John Oliver. Not Stephen Colbert. And Keystone 76 got it with Trevor Noah. Trevor Noah. Keystone 76. What Green Bay Packers coach did Richard Nixon consider as a running mate until Nixon discovered that he was a Democrat? What Green Bay Packers coach did Richard Nixon consider as a running mate? And Stacey Rogers got it with Lombardi. But Stacey Rogers got it first. Yeah, neither did I, Monarch Moments. I know we actually had a governor that was going to be a possible running mate for George Bush, but I think because he looked like a football player, he would have really towered over George H.W., the second one, George W. Bush. Next question. All the properties on the original Monopoly board game are streets in what city? All the properties on the original Monopoly board game are streets in what city? And Stacey Rogers got it first with Atlantic City, New Jersey. But Stacey Rogers got it first with Atlantic City, New Jersey. We'll go on to the next question. Breaking Dawn was the fourth and final novel in what series? Breaking Dawn was the fourth and final novel in what series? And Stacey Rogers got it first with Twilight. Twilight. Hello, Juan Rodriguez. Thank you for joining. Next question. Over 600 kids in Japan were hospitalized after suffering epileptic seizures from watching what TV show? Oh, Juan, misspelled. And Stacey Rogers got it with the correct spelling of Pokemon. You misspelled it, Juan. But it was Pokemon. And Stacey Rogers got it with the correct spelling. I pick you and you pick me. Pokemon. Hang on 1 second. Don't leave, please, because I just need to get my chat running again because it kind of froze. So hang on. I'll be right back. Okay, we should be back. Sorry about that. Just wanted to make sure. Yes, that is hard to try to catch them and then train them. What is Bono's real name? What is Bono's real name? You got the first name right. You misspelled the second name. It's not Hewitt. The last name's not Hewitt. You got the Paul part right, but his last name's not Hewitt. Unless they misspelled here. Not Paul Bono. But you're on the right track with the Paul. And Orlando guy got it with Paul Hewson with the correct spelling. Orlando guy got it first with Paul Hewson. Here is the point update. Yes. Stacey Rogers has 15 points. Orlando guy has 12 points. Monarch Moments has 5 points. Keystone 76 has 6 points. Just Another Disnerd has 4 points. Yes, I forgot. I keep forgetting your half point. So you have 15.5 points. Participation award for me. Well, let's see here. If you're an MMA fan, we'll see if you can get this one. What MMA fighter appeared on the cover of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue in 2016? What MMA fighter appeared on the cover of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue in 2016? Hello, Down the Rabbit Hole Travels. Thank you for joining. And Just Another Disnerd got it correct with Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey. Just Another Disnerd. Doing okay down the rabbit hole. How are you guys tonight? She's the rowdy one now, yes. Okay, here is the next question. What is Garfield's favorite food? What is Garfield's favorite food? And the Orlando guy got it with lasagna. Lasagna. Good. Should be doing some work, but this is more fun. Thank you. Fast. Come on. Okay, here's a question. The Atari VCS, released in 1977, was the first game console by Atari. What did VCS stand for? Yeah, you possibly could have that. Welcome back, Blandine. Justo Sir Blandine. You still have your Atari. I actually have the new retro one that they came out with a couple years ago. It's not video control system, and it's not video console system, but the C is correct. Video and systems are correct, but it is a C word. Yeah, I have like a retro one that they came out with where you just plug into your TV and it has games built into it. Kind of like what they did with the old Nintendo systems. They did something like that. And the Orlando guy got it with video computer systems. We'll go on to the next question. But yeah, I had Atari, all those games, systems up till now with the PlayStation 4. Who replaced Kathy Lee as co-host of Live with Regis and Kathy Lee, prompting a change of name to the show? Okay. Yeah, that's probably is a downsize. And Stacey Rogers got it with Kelly Ripa. Stacey Rogers got it with Kelly Ripa. I was never allowed to have video games as a kid. Okay. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, we used to have an old Pong system. And then we moved into the Atari. Then Nintendo started coming out. And then we had a Sega Genesis. And then the PlayStations. It's 1P. So actually, Stacy spelled her name wrong. And just another Disner gets the point. Sorry about that. And they have it spelled RIPA. Is it supposed to be 2 P's? Because they probably misspelled it on the card. So I'll give Stacy and Frankie the points. That way, if they misspelled it or whatever. Yes, so then the point goes to Frankie. Just another Disney. Okay. So then, just another Disney gets it. Not the mama, that's the little dinosaur from whatever that show was, the Dinosaur Family. Not the mama. There we go. What hit song begins, I made it through the wilderness, somehow I made it through, didn't know how lost I was until I found you? What hit song begins, I made it through the wilderness, somehow I made it through, didn't know how lost I was until I found you? Not Barry Manilow, and it's not I Made It Through the Rain. You'd probably get the song if I actually gave you the artist's name who sang it. Blue Bayou by Roy Orbison. No. Favorite song ever to sing at karaoke. But the Orlando guy got it with Like a Virgin, Madonna. Okay. What Jamaican sprinter won 6 gold medals at the Summer Olympics in 2008 and 2012? Saving nickels, saving dimes, working till the sun don't shine. Correct. You got the right name, but you misspelled it, Stacy. And Stacy Rogers got it with Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt. Stacy Rogers got it first. And I'm going to do one more card for the evening to call it a night since it's getting late. What do Mario and his younger brother Luigi do for a living? What do Mario and his younger brother Luigi do for a living? And Ron Rodriguez. Well, Stacy Rogers got it correct with plumbers. Plumbers. She got the correct answer. Although they did do plumbing. What planet did Superman come from? What planet did Superman come from? Sorry, Juan. I'll give you a point there. And Orlando guy got it with Krypton. Orlando guy got it with Krypton. You must like that word there, Juan. Well, we'll see if anybody gets this. What cult classic set in the small Idaho town of Preston was filmed on a budget of $400,000 and grossed over $46 million worldwide? This show is kind of funny. Was not Jaws. What cult classic set in the small Idaho town of Preston? And it was on a small budget. Not the Blair Witch Project. You'll probably be kicking yourself once I give the answer. And not Beetlejuice. It's a movie, but I think they did do a television show later on down the road. But it is a movie. It's kind of a quirky movie with the goofy guy and stuff like that. And it's actually not a scary movie. It's kind of like a funny movie. What cult classic set in the small Idaho town of Preston? And Monarch Moments got it with Napoleon Dynamite. Napoleon Dynamite. Monarch Moments. It's kind of like a goofy, that's just kind of a quirky movie. Just like any low budget movies. But it made a ton of money. Ah, okay. Okay, here we go. Next question. Who co-founded the short-lived political magazine George with Michael J. Berman? Who co-founded the short-lived political magazine George with Michael J. Berman? Not Mad Magazine. Wasn't George Bush. Was not Saul. And it was short-lived because I think they only had one or two magazines come out before he died. But who co-founded the short-lived political magazine George with Michael J. Berman? I'll give a clue after a little bit to see if anybody comes up with it. Not F. Lee Bailey, but this person died in a plane crash. And like I said, I think they only had one magazine cover. Living with the Lamb, presented by Chiquita Banana. Not Buddy Holly. He lived in New York City, died in a plane crash. Let's see if Stacy, if she's listening, or if she had to step away. If she hasn't come back, I'll go ahead and give the answer. And Stacy Rogers, she gets 1 point for JFK Jr., and the Orlando guy gets 2 points for spelling out John F. Kennedy Jr. And our big winner tonight is Stacy Rogers by 1 point. Actually, 1.5 points, because she had 19.5 points. And the Orlando guy had 18 points. Monarch Moments had 6 points. Just Another Diz Nerd had 6 points. And Keystone 76 had 6 points. So there's a 3-way tie for the last place. Or for third place, actually. So that was pretty much it. I do ask that you guys would hit the thumbs up button on your way out. I do appreciate that. And good job, everyone. Maybe we could do cult classic horror movie trivia in October. Yeah, we could do that sometime, or even sooner. Can do it. I'll have to look up questions. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for joining. Boy, I wonder what would have happened if I didn't have to step away. Yeah, that's true. You could have probably won it, because there was a lot of questions I think you could have answered, Stacy. Yes, this was fun. Thank you, Orlando guy. I do appreciate that. Just make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button. I do much appreciate it. If you are new to the stream, please consider subscribing. Oh, yes, I do understand that. And that's what I kind of figured, Stacy. So whenever you can join, that's much appreciated. And I hope you had a good time. Have a great night, everyone. And I will see you, and let the adventures begin. Bye, everyone, and have a great night, and have a great rest of the week. Bye, Juan, Keystone, Frankie, and Stacy, and Richard of the Orlando guy. Thank you. Have a great night, everyone, and Garrett, good night. Bye.